How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, Jaymz Larson from the KRNA Morning Show, hanging out with the one, the only, Stuttering John Melendez. You know him from the Howard Stern Show. You also know him from the Leno Show. But he's also a pretty good guy. But my first question is, what in the hell are you doing in Cedar Rapids, Iowa?
You know, this is how bad my career is going. I mean, this is how bad it is. The other day I was in an Uber and I was driving.
All right, so in all honesty here, though, he's playing Penguins Comedy Club Friday and Saturday, and not a lot of people know this, but you're a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 18 years, and, you know, I've been a headliner for the last 10, but it's one of those things that people always think of you as one thing. You know, it's like overcoming this, like it's like when you're an intern, they always look at you as an intern, which is like my salary on K-Rock, and I was always paid like an intern,
right.
Zero. I've been doing it, and you know, and writing jokes, and you know, I just did 51 minutes over at Diamond Joe's, and had them rolling. It's like I write my own jokes, I do my own thing, I talk about my own experiences, and I really love doing it.
So what do you like about being in the great state of Iowa? What do you think so far, man?
Well, I'll tell you this, and this is, you haven't seen the bald guy who's shooting this, but you know what's his name?
It's Shannon.
Yeah, this is Shannon. God, the reflection from his head is killing him. But, no, we went, I went to the, I went to Field of Dreams. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So I asked, the driver from Diamond Joe's, I go, can we go by Field of Dreams? It was on the way. And what is it, Dyersville?
Dyersville, Iowa, yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of my favorite movies. We were just talking about, like, it's impossible not to cry when he says to his dad, you want to have a catch.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's unbelievable.
It's just one of those.
It really, yeah. So a lot of you guys know Stuttering John from the Howard Stern Show. You did some crazy stuff with Howard. He would write all this stuff down, and you would just basically, you would attack, these movie stars, athletes. And
you say attack, I say approach. Attack, approach, tomato. Yes, I would ask some crazy questions, but like I was saying, I always perceived it as a comedy sketch, like an SNL.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And I preceded Ali G. I preceded Triumph the Insult Dog, and now they did, that seems to be
right.
They kind of are doing, the thing I did.
Yeah.
But
and the Tommy Lasorda clip was good too. He was touting some weight loss. He said, now that you're fat, do you have to give the money back? And he didn't hear you at first. God, I love that clip.
Dude, the great thing about Tommy Lasorda is I got him 3 different times, in 3 different disguises. Right. And each time he fell hook, line, and sinker. And every single time he got angry at me and told me to leave. One time, I said, aren't you pissed at those stupid freaking Canadians winning all the World Series? And he was eating a turkey leg on a dais, and he spit in turkey. I don't fucking call him stupid. Well, how dare you? And then,
that's good. That's good. That's good. But you worked on the most iconic radio show of all time, Howard Stern.
Look, he's being like a radio guy. You see, like it's like the straight.
We get you right back into the lane. So, man, just real quick, you got to do it for the audience. What was it like working with Stern every day, man? Every day, 5 days a week.
You know what? 4 of the 5 days were great, and then one of them, Baba Booey, Gary, and I would always say, at what point does the wheel spin and it lands on you? And whenever you heard Howard was mad at you, it was like, oh no. And then you had to go in there and fucking get beaten the shit out of, on the air. So it was fun. I mean, I'm grateful for the experience that he gave me, but I mean, it was also, Howard has a different, there are 2 Howards. Right. People always ask me, John, is Howard a good guy off the air? I say he's a great guy off the air. And they go, so on the air is all an act? And I go, no, off the air is all an act.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Because the guy on the air is the real Howard.
Right.
He talks about what he wants to on the air. That's where he could become himself. And then off the air, he could just, just be this other alien being.
One last question about Howard. The TV show, not a lot of people in the Midwest got a chance to see what you guys call the Channel 9 show. It was on WOR.
Yeah.
And you were a big star on that show. I mean, that was really your deal. I mean, WOR was a superstation back in the day, but what was that air on, like Saturday nights or something?
Yeah, and you know, it's weird. We beat SNL in New York. But the weird thing was, like, I was making $750 a week on that one. And then the second season, I made $1,500 a week, which was wow. But you know, that was the best thing because that's where, like, I start, and I mean this very mildly, people. That's where I started becoming really famous, like in that realm, because they got to see who I was, this long-haired, stuttering hippie freak. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm asking these questions, so that was awesome.
You don't stutter anymore.
I do, but I'm having a martini. I'm slurring John right now.
Okay, all right. Well, a couple more questions. Jay Leno.
Yeah, don't worry. Ask me whatever you want.
Jay Leno got into your life, and you worked for him for 10 years. Not a lot of people realize how many years it was, but you did a decade with Jay Leno.
Yeah,
making good money.
Yeah, I did Howard for 20. I did Howard for 15. Jay for 10. So 25 years of, you know, of having a job in entertainment. That's pretty fucking good, right?
Yeah.
But Jay's the best. You know, hey Joe, he's called me twice now. I haven't. That's why I have to leave my phone.
So you guys are still close friends.
Yeah. Well, he's hopefully he's writing the foreword for my book.
Okay.
My book comes out. Can I plug it?
Absolutely, plug away.
So my book
man.
comes out October 16th. It's called Easy for You to Say. But it's like a motivational comic romp through my life, like being a stutterer and becoming the announcer on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
But it's also all the behind the scenes of Howard and Jay, and you know, there's so many great stories.
So when you were living in New York doing the Stern Show, did you get a lot of girls? Was that like?
Oh fuck yeah!
All the time.
Oh god.
You guys would just. I mean, it was probably like all.
You know, I have a chapter in my book about it. You know, I mean,
you go to Scores.
I mean, plus I had the album out because I was signed to a music deal. You know, I was signed with Atlantic.
God, you were a big deal. You still are.
No, and it was, and oh my God, 2 at a time. You know, 2 a night, independently of each other.
Ever in the studio? Did you ever have sex in the Stern studio?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I had a fucking great wild ride.
Yeah.
I opened up for Ted Nugent across the country, and
chicks everywhere for there.
Well, no, because it was in the Midwest. It was like farmers only, just a bunch of pigs and cows. But Ted's daughter was hot, and the whole band wanted to hit on her, but we were all afraid of Ted.
Right, yeah.
Because he had his bow and arrow wherever he went.
Oh, that's good. You ever hang out with metal bands, Guns N' Roses, Warren, the Motley Crues?
Yeah.
Did you get to know those guys?
I mean, you name them. I hung out with all
Bon
of them.
Jovi?
Like, Slash is awesome. You know, Richie Zambora. And John Bon Jovi's awesome. I mean, I've hung out with every, you know, I opened up for David Lee Roth and Cheap Trick. And,
no kidding.
You know, I hung out in David Lee Roth's trailer. He rolled a doobie the size of a cigar. and I think it was Ralph, you know, from the Stern Show, was with me. Rather than puking up on the, you know, like puking on the side of the trailer. I maintained my composure. But I laminated the roach because it was like, it was a cigar roach. It was unbelievable.
That's awesome. So when the show would be done, the radio show, would Howard come hang out with you guys, or would he go into his own little room and then just like leave?
No, it was Howard would go and meditate.
Yeah, weird stuff.
Yeah, and then me and Artie would go out to have lunch.
You go drink?
I mean, no. We didn't really drink. We just go eat lunch.
Right.
Either me and Artie, or me before Artie, you know, Jack and I. But my favorite story with Artie, which is in my book too, but it's my favorite all-time me and Artie eating story, is we were at Astro's Diner in Manhattan, and you know, and the tables are very small, so it's, you know, so we're sitting very close together, you know, like you and I.
Yeah.
So like as he ordered eggs or something, I order, and then I'm sitting there, and then I realized I have this huge nose hair. It was like 3 inches long. So I take out the butter knife, I start carving the nose hair off, and Artie looks up and he goes like,
Oh, that's good.
It's one of my favorite moments.
And check it out. It's this weekend. We got Penguins Comedy Club Friday and Saturday. All the information at KRNA.com. And this guy's going to be there. Is there an opener? You got anybody with you on the road?
I don't know who the hell.
Yeah, they got somebody, though. They got somebody. Penguins is a great club right here in downtown Cedar Rapids. It's cozy. The drinks are cheap, and the drinks are always really cold, too. So that's the thing. What do you want to say to the people in eastern Iowa? Why should they come out and see Stuttering John? He doesn't even stutter anymore.
Why should you come see me? What else are you going to fucking do?
Exactly.
Tip a fucking couple of cows? There's nothing else to do here. I mean, like, when I got here, I asked people, I asked 3 guys, what do you guys do for fun here? And they said drink, and one of them was a fucking priest.
My favorite, and then we wrap with this. My favorite of all of them was ZZ Top's press conference, and you said, "Does Sinead O'Connor give you a boner?" And they said, "What? Does Sinead O'Connor give you a boner?" We're gonna end with that. It's Stuttering John at Penguins. Hey man, this was a lot of fun, and we're gonna.
Hey, you know what? I should give you one last one.
Give me one last.
Because
one.
my favorite interview response out of all, because I asked everyone, I asked the Dalai Lama, people go up to you and say hello, Dolly. I asked OJ,
that was good.
I asked OJ if he would sign my knife, and coincidentally he had his own. but my favorite response I ever got was from Joan Rivers, who was a friend. God rest his soul. I said, "Joan, do you think ugly people should be allowed to have children?" And she said, "No," and I told your parents that.
That's all the time we have. KRNA.com. Check it out. Penguins this weekend. It's Stuttering John. I'm Jaymz Larson. We'll see you in the morning show.